What's up, guys? It's Lefty here, and I'm going to be breaking down this Thursday night football game between the Saints and Cardinals. Let you know who I'm betting on in this matchup, and also stay tuned. Hit the notification bell, please, because I got a video coming up later today, hopefully, breaking down all the Week 7 NFL matchups. I'm going to give you some angles, insights, things that I think might be able to help you when making your bets. And I'll be posting that later today. But for now, Thursday Night Football, let's get right into it. New Orleans, I guess pick a side who's less troubled is probably the smart thing to do. Saints just named a starting quarterback in Dalton. There's all types of injuries and personnel questions for both teams, but I'll do my best on breaking down the game with what we have for info to work with. Now, during these breakdowns, you'll see on my screen my weekly power ratings. I share these in the Betting Network Discord community, and I'll include other info too. I think will help members for making more well-informed decisions when making bets. I got what do I got here this week? Turnover differential, I believe, which is always important. Win the turnover battle, win the game. I got EPA ratings, and then also Pythag wins, what teams should have for wins based on the Pythagorean theorem. And then I'll mix it up too. Week 6, I did my total offensive rankings, my total defensive rankings, and different things like that. I'll add into my actual power ratings. I also have a ton of other videos on my YouTube channel, explaining all types of different topics, different sports betting educational topics. So if you want to check those out and learn about betting sports, I would appreciate that. But back to the game tonight. Looking at my power ratings here, I have the Saints 0, which is basically a league average team. And I have the Cardinals at almost 2 points below a league average team, minus 1.75 points below a league average to be exact. So according to my raw power rating number, Saints are 1.75 points better than the Cardinals. But keep in mind, that number isn't adjusted for any injuries or home field advantage. So it's Saints minus 1.75 if they were to play on a neutral field. But this game is being played in Arizona at State Farm Stadium. So we have to factor in home field advantage there, which not sure, we can even really give Arizona any home field advantage. I personally give them a half a point. Most teams deserve more like 1 or 2 points for home field advantage, and Arizona is definitely the lowest for home field advantage. They're just 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 home games. They're 0-5 straight up their last 5 home games, and since 2016 they have just a 23-35 against the spread record in games played at home. Doesn't really sound like too much of an advantage there playing at home for them. So factoring this in, I now make the Saints minus 1.25 favorites. Normally, this would be a bet on spot for the Saints because I can get them at plus 2.5 right now. That's the widely available number. But, as of this recording, I should say, there's still a lot of uncertainty on the injury report, really. Saints are in somewhat of a rare scheduling spot, coming off 3 straight home games. I checked the numbers there. Teams coming off 3 straight road games, 87 and 89 in 3, so nothing really there. The big thing for the Saints, besides, them just naming a starting quarterback, no matter who their quarterback is, I'm not sure who they're going to be able to throw to. Saints have major issues with their top 3 wide receivers, all banged up. And on the injury report, Landry, Thomas, they're expected to miss. And then their number 3 option, the rookie Olave, he's less than 100%. But can he, shoulder the load there? I don't think so, Arizona really isn't in much of a better spot either. Yes, they just got Denard Hopkins activated, but on a short week. Not sure how much he'll actually be involved. And just as he got activated, D Hop did. They found out now they'll be without wide receiver Marquise Brown for 3 to 4 weeks. Both running backs for Arizona, Connor and Williams, are questionable. Both missed last game against Seattle 4 days ago. Now, I made a best bet on Arizona in that game. I bet them early in the week. Felt very good about it. When I made the bet, I was expecting both Arizona running backs, Connor and Williams, to not play. Even though they were just officially listed as questionable, and figured, hey, if one or both play, it's a bonus. But I got really unlucky. Both sat, and then Arizona's starting center, Rodney Hudson, he got ruled out of the game on game day. And then veteran right guard Justin Pugh, he left the game in the first quarter with which looks like now it's going to be a career-ending ACL tear. And I say it all the time, games are won and lost in the trenches, and losing two key offensive linemen impacted that game. Arizona's defense did their best. Arizona actually outgained Seattle in both passing and rushing yards, but some real bizarre play calling there by Cliff Kingsbury. And then, combine that with the injuries, too much to overcome. And, Arizona's head coach, Cliff Kingsbury, he made the 31st overall ranked Seahawk defense look like a top 10 defense with some of those plays he was calling. I don't get it. Cliff's got to be getting on the hot seat soon. Early line movement on this game made me think, famous Jameis Winston was going to start, with Arizona opening at 2.5 and moving down to 1, especially when D-Hop got announced activated. But then by Wednesday, all those ones had turned back into 2.5s. Both teams coming off losses with so much uncertainty surrounding the offensive side of the ball. I'm looking to play the under in this game. Pinnacle Sportsbook, which is considered, a sharp book that caters to professional bettors, opened this total up at 46. And as of Wednesday, when I made the decision to bet the under, all I could get was 44.5. It's not the best of the number by any means, but 44 is considered a key number with NFL totals. So I'm okay with under 44.5 in this game. Both teams are going to be without several offensive options. Both defenses do have, some strengths we can point at to make a case for. Saints are a top 10 overall rated defense. Cardinals are rated 12th in the league versus the run. They're 27th, I believe, versus the pass. But again, who's Dalton going to pass to? The Saints plus points are definitely a tempting strong lean here for me. But, their red zone issues recently scare me. 1-5 in the red zone last week against the Bengals. And you'll hear me bring up red zone scoring or red zone efficiency a lot. And it's because when teams are actually getting into the red zone, they're doing something right. Red zone conversion points can only happen if you're actually in the red zone. And it's not likely for a team to go 1-5 on red zone conversions often. So, the Saints lost the game last week and failed to cover, but there are some things to like about them off that loss, especially the running game. 228 yards, I want to say, on the ground running. When you run the ball, play good defense, those are traits of a team that will cover games for you. But the under is going to be my official play here. And I think that's going to do it for this video. Check back on this channel later today for my full NFL Week 7 game breakdowns. Hopefully I'll get it posted later today. I have a lot of good info to share. Hope to see some of you there. And please, if you haven't already subscribed, please do, or give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Hope you guys sweep the board tonight and have good luck with all your bets. And as always, may all the refs' calls and all the loose balls go your way.